I lived as a missionary in Argentina for 18 years. So after the Council, Vatican II, they made a law that the missionary could return to their original province after 15 years in the mission. So I opted to return to Italy in that time. But some priest from my town, is called Father Rienzi, came and told me, hey, Padre Giuseppe, instead of return to Italy and to stay there to teach Latin, geography, Italian to the kids in our college, why don't you go to Argentina, North America? We found in North America a province in Buffalo, New York. Why don't you go there and join the community? So I was impressed because North America then was great after World War II, was the nation's superpower. The movie, we used to say the way that the people used to live in their house, the big car, everything was big. So I said, okay, I will try. I will go to North America. If I feel good, I learn English, okay. Otherwise, I will continue my journey to Italy. He said, okay, go. So I came to North America in 70, the beginning of 70, and I survived the climate of Buffalo. The snow city is called Buffalo. So, but what was more impressed, what determined, gave me the idea to remain in America was the opportunity to go to the University of Buffalo. There I met the chairman of the Department of Modern Languages, Dr. Arcudi, who was Italo-American, who spoke in Italian with me. So he asked me many questions. Finally he said, what did you do in Argentina? Well, many things, as a priest, as a missionary, but also I got a MA in modern language, not modern language, in Spanish and literature and language. Oh, great, why don't you come here to take, you can take a degree or PhD in Spanish. I said, no, I don't like, I'm old, I was 45 years old. I don't know English, I was discouraged. He insists. So finally I accept. He gave me the opportunity to teach in Spanish, the advanced course, 300 level, and I took an exam, qualifying examination, I passed them, and then he gave me the green light for PhD course. I took a course. And meantime, I was teaching Spanish, the intermediate class. And so he waived me the tuition. He gave me a salary as a teaching assistant, as he used to do in the University of Buffalo. So after 2 years, I wrote my dissertation, and in '74, I defended my dissertation about the Siglo d'Oro, Spanish Siglo d'Oro, and Italian Renaissance, and I approved the dissertation and gave me the PhD. Then they told me, why don't you continue in Italian? Because you were a seminary in Italy, in Rome, you have considered like MA here in America, you take PhD in Italian. So I took 10 courses in Italian for 500 level, and they gave me the title of Comparative Literature, Spanish and Italian. Then I got a job immediately. I went to Wells College, close to Syracuse in New York, to replace an Italian professor who went for sabbatical. Then I returned to Buffalo. I had the chance to work at the Shrine, Fatima Shrine, with the people of Spanish-speaking people, Italian people, or to go in the diocese. Monsignor Bishop Trotman asked the superior to go to work in the Diocese of Buffalo as assistant pastor in Visitation Church, or as and also a Spanish speaker priest to work in the Spanish apostolate of the Diocese of Buffalo. As you know, the Diocese of Buffalo, there are at least 50,000 people, Spanish people, speaking people living in the Diocese of Buffalo. And there are 4 groups for who attended those people, 4 church. So one of the group, they gave it to me, San Colomba Church and also Lacawan. And so I work with the Spanish apostolate and in academic field. In academic field, when I returned from Wales, I taught in Rosary Hill College, in Erie County College, and finally Buffalo State. When I was at Buffalo State teaching one course in Spanish and another in Italian, the people from Canisius College came to talk to my chairman if they knew a professor who speaks and teach Spanish and Italian. And he said, "Oh, Emilio Gariolo, he is here teaching Spanish and Italian." So they hired me. In '78, I started teaching Canisius College. And from that up to 2008, I was teaching Spanish and Italian. In 2008, I retired from that college because I felt sick in my heart. I was very tired, so I wanted the student to suffer. For that reason, I renounced. And but I didn't renounce as pastor, as or chaplain of the Spanish apostolate. Now, in the Spanish apostolate, I want to remember one anecdote. I don't remember precisely years, but in the 80s, I think, Bishop had a list to close at least 12 churches in Buffalo, in the Diocese of Buffalo. And one of them was San Colomba Church. And the people of San Colomba were very upset, especially the Spanish group. And so I told them, "Don't worry, I am full-time teacher, but I will take this church to keep going as a pastor. So you take care of the material thing, the bills, the cleanup, and I will take all the pastoral and sacerdotal work of the Spanish." And so we asked the diocese, and the diocese accepted and gave me the permission to be pastor of San Colomba Church, to keep open. They canceled the closure of San Colomba, and we keep open, keep on for 2 years. After 2 years of pastorship there, a priest from the Diocese of Buffalo came from, he was chaplain in Attica with prisoner, with inmate, so he wanted a church as a pastor, and they gave him San Colomba, and we stayed together up to now. He is taking care of the Spanish, of the English, and take care of the Spanish people. The church was burned up in 2008, and they built a new one. And this new one now is run by Father Roy Herberger. It was very active, very dynamic, one of the best church in the inner city church. So, I repeat, I was 2 years pastor of this church, of the Hispanic and the English people, so I kept this church open for the glory of God and for the welfare, for the good of the people of God and San Colomba Church.